As you all know, because it's no secret, I had procedures done before. I did liposuction and I had a tummy tuck done. This is a picture of my real stomach. Um, I was suffering from something called fibrosis, and fibrosis is something that you get lumps in your belly. So because of my past surgeries that I did before, I had something called fibrosis. And it's when you don't get your lymphatic massages done. So you get lumps in your belly. So this was what my real stomach looked like. But to be honest, I love myself like with my flaws and all. It wasn't really bothering me. It was like neither here nor there for me. I went about my day and it started to affect me when it started showing up in my outfits. Choose a different asset. Stop sharing. Okay. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. I just want to be vulnerable with you guys, and I want to be open and honest. And so that's what I was going through. And like I said, it never bothered me until it started to show up into my outfits. And so this is what it would look like in my clothing. If you zoom this picture, I'm zooming my own self. Okay, hold on. I can't zoom the picture. But if you look and you notice, it shows up through my clothes. And so the lumps started to get painful. In this picture, that was like the real reality of what my stomach looked like. All right. So sometimes you see people on Instagram, and because them can use app and because them can smooth out, and so it doesn't mean that everything is okay. So that was the picture of what I was going through. And let me continue. So I decided to go to the DR because a lot of people was like, oh, why she wouldn't go Miami? Why she go America? Why she go DR? I chose to go to the DR because I feel like I was more popular in America. And because of the same thing that happened when the internet, I was trying to avoid that. So I go to DR because, of course, it's a Spanish-speaking country. So I wanted to consult to find out what was really wrong with me or why my stomach was looking like that, why I was feeling pain, why I was getting lumps in the stomach. All right. So that was what I was going through. While I was in the DR, as you know, when you get a breast implant, well, I'm wrong for saying that because I don't think everybody knows. So let me say, I don't think you know, but when you get a breast implant, it only has 10-year lifespan. So let me fast forward to when I went to the DR. So I went to the DR, I got my implants changed. And when I got my implants changed, I was consulting about my stomach and they did a mild procedure because, it's fibrosis. So there's nothing. It was a very mild procedure. And I was there. I was told to stay back for like a couple days. So I was on vacation. I was doing fine. My ticket was booked to go back to Jamaica. I was doing well, as far as I thought, I was doing well. I was walking around. I was just relaxing on the beach and I booked to go back to Jamaica. However, I ate something and I started vomiting. I started throwing up. But to be honest, everybody that knows me knows that when I travel, I always bring my local Jamaican food, my bread and my this and my that and my that. So the vomit became very alarming to me because it wouldn't stop. So out of concern, the surgeon that I know over there, and my friends actually, big up to my friends over there, they called the doctor and it was like, no man, something is wrong with Grace. Like, can you come and check it out or whatever. When he came, to be honest, when I went there, let me go back a little bit. When I went there and I did my consult with my stomach, he asked me if I had a hernia because he noticed there was a bulge right at my belly button there or if you look back on the picture, like long story short, I was like, no. I was like, not that I'm aware of or whatever, but obviously they did the procedure and he never see nothing, wrong. And the reason why he never see anything wrong was I want to get to that. I want to take time and explain my story was because the hernia was at my side. And so when they did the procedure to the front to do your breasts, they had no reason to do scans to the side. And so he didn't see that I have a hernia. So long story short, to just fast forward quickly, I vomiting, I went to the doctor. And he was very concerned when he touched my stomach. I was feeling a lot of pain, and I kept vomiting. I kept throwing up. I couldn't keep nothing down. It just repeatedly vomiting. And so he called, and at the day when I went, it was a Sunday, and so there wasn't nobody there to do like the MRI and stuff. Let me go back in the phone again because I want to share everything. Okay, so he called an ambulance. That's me when I was in the ambulance. All right. He called an ambulance to take me to another hospital. Yeah. Because the one that he worked when I went there, it was a Sunday. And so he was like, I don't like how you're vomiting. I don't like your, the feeling in your stomach. We need to rush you to the hospital and we need to do an MRI. That was when I was going to the hospital in the ambulance. Okay, so let's get off this picture now and stop sharing. So after they rushed me to the hospital, they did an MRI, that big machine, then pushed me through the MRI machine. And I can vividly remember when they came back with the results while I was in the hospital. And I saw different doctors and surgeons coming into the room. I can vividly remember the look on their faces like something was wrong. I remember I took up my phone and I called my sister and I was crying. I went ballistic because them over there, them not talk English, them speak Spanish. So most of them did that talk Spanish. But you know when you can see somebody's facial expression, looking back at it, and what I went through, I can say that it's like them I look upon me like, how the fuck is she right here, not dying or crying or in, how she just lie down there so. Because what they found in the MRI scan was that I had a hernia. I want to explain this properly. I'm sorry I couldn't put down the phone. But what they found was that I had a hernia to my side and my intestines went through. My intestines was going through the hernia because, the hernia is a space in the muscle. And so what I was told was that my intestines was going through that little space that I had in the side, which is the hernia. And it erupted. But thank God that I had the hernia because it erupted on the outside of my muscle wall. I don't know if I'm even saying it correctly. The intestines erupted outside of that hernia muscle wall. And so if I didn't have the hernia, which is that space in the muscle, like that hole, the intestine would have erupted inside of me. If I'm not saying it correctly, I apologize. I'm just trying to be as accurate as all the doctors explained it to me. But when the intestines erupted, it started to poison my body. And it sent me into a sepsis shock. And the sepsis is the poisoning. That sepsis kills a lot of people. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here, to be alive, to be talking to you. I'm so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful to God. So the sepsis started attacking my lungs and it started to attack some of the organs in my body. The sepsis literally started to eat my skin. Oh my God, I don't know how to explain it to you. But my skin started to deteriorate. It started to eat my skin. It started to attack my lungs. And I didn't even know that sepsis was so dangerous. When I woke up and what I was going through, I'll get to that point. But it's like, looking back at it, I can't believe that there's something as sepsis that is so dangerous. It literally rotten out the entire part of my stomach where, let me just show you the picture. I just want to be vulnerable and open with you. I want to be honest. I want to share what happened to you. I'll share it very quickly. And this is what the sepsis did to me. It ate away my entire stomach. And and I died in DR. Okay, guys? I literally died. And this is when I died. Like, nobody can tell me different. Yeah, I know it's very graphic. I'm sorry, but I want to just get this off. I want to share everything. I just want to be vulnerable. I want to be used by God. I want to share my testimony. I want to show you what God did for me. Jesus is King. And I just believe that I need to highlight that. I need to showcase that. I need to show you how good God is. And so that's what I woke up to. I promise I wouldn't cry. So, all right. So where was I? I was thanking the doctors in DR that never gave up on me, that was fighting through the sepsis to save my life. So they opened my chest. I have a scar going down. They had to open me up to go inside to stitch back the hernia. I guess to place back the intestines in the wall that it was supposed to be in. And so they opened me up, they went inside, they stitched back the hernia. And yeah, I want to fast forward. Okay. They opened me up, they stitched back the hernia. And so when I woke up, big up to I don't know if the doctors want to be mentioned, but big up to the doctors over there. It was a lot of them. The infectologist, oh my God, was so amazing. Dr. Paralysis. Paralga, I think, or paralysis. I'm so sorry, but the infectologist was amazing. My surgeon was amazing. The other doctors, it was, because I remember vividly, there were so many people in that room. But I they could have given up on me because, like I said, I died in DR. But I thank them that they didn't, that they fought through what I was going through, that they went inside, that they stitched the hernia, that they repaired me, that they did what they did. So I'm so grateful, and I thank everyone from DR who fought with me. I thank you, Jesus. I will not stop saying this. And so I was in the hospital from October. I left DR, I came to America. And I did another surgery immediately when I got here, okay? They had tried to staple me up. When I came to America, they opened me back up. They put me back in surgery because I was infected with the sepsis so bad. I was infected with the sepsis so bad so that they wanted to kind of clean me up. So I did another surgery again, all right? Okay, fast forward. I was in the hospital from October to December. That's how bad my situation was. So a lot of times I used to go on my phone and I used to people say, oh, she not come explain this. Oh, she not have life. Oh, she not. Like, I was dying. Like, I literally was losing my life. I was going through a lot. So apart from that I went through, I was in the hospital for months. I was going through other things. I came out of the hospital in December. I had that wound still when I came out because that wound had to self-close. It's been 6 months now. And so, yes, it is healed, it is closed, and we're going to get to that part. But before we get to today, after they let me out of the hospital and I went home to my family, you saw the Christmas pictures. I was wrapping my kids' gift and present, even with that wound open. I was so determined to still let them have a good time. I was so grateful to God, right? And so when you saw me in Christmas, yes, I did still have that scar underneath my clothing. So I was in the hospital. I go back in at the phone again. Bear with me. And I couldn't eat for months. I want to get to that part. I wasn't heating, which is why, as Mosa is saying, I got my face done, I got my nose done, I got whatever done. I didn't go to the DR to do a BBL. That was not true. Not every time you hear surgery, everybody think of BBL. I think it's something with black people. Every time when they hear surgery, they just automatically think of BBL. I was not trying to do a BBL. But fast forward to people thinking that I lost weight because of the surgery that I did. That was not true. I went into the hospital as 200 pounds. And when I came out of the hospital, I was 170 pounds. Or I should say I was 165. I lost 35 pounds because I wasn't allowed to eat. So this is how I was eating. They used to feed me through my neck. I still have the scars. If I don't know if you can see there, if you see 3 dots on my neck. I don't know if it's there. But yeah, they used to feed me through my neck. And that's how I lost weight. So if you feel like my facial features, don't think that I did anything. And please stop saying I did my face, I did my nose, I did my this, I did my that. I lost weight. I lost weight because I was sick. I lost weight because I was going through it, okay? And so I was getting fed through the tubes in my neck, okay? So that's really why I lost a lot of weight. All right, so fast forward to when I came out of the hospital. I lost a lot of weight. I was extremely sick. The wound that I had, they couldn't close it because my skin was rotten. Like, you know, they can't sew that up. So it have to close by itself. When I came out of the hospital, I went back into the hospital again because obviously, I guess because they work on my stomach, I started to have all kind of side effects and stuff. So I had another problem. Lord Jesus, I'm full of problem. I'm sorry. Well, guys, they're about to come get me for the surgery again. As you know, I've been having health issues. And this is my fourth surgery. Fourth surgery in 3 months. I don't know what to say, how I feel. It's like my mind blank. I don't know if I think, if me can't bother, if me, I don't know. All I know is that I just put my trust in a God and I just leave it all up to Him. That's all I know. But pray for me, guys. All right, so you ready? Yeah. All right, so I went back into the hospital again after I came out. For something that they call cholecystitis. They wanted to do another surgery procedure on me to remove my gallbladder because I was having issues again in the stomach area. I feel like from the moment they went in my stomach, there's so many different things that was happening. And fast forward, I went back to the hospital again, okay? And for this past 6 months, I've been in and out of the hospital and in and out of surgery, right? And so again, I want to tell you the walk that I had with Jesus, that God is good. He kept me, He brought me through. And so I never intentionally was staying away from you guys or was keeping any secrets or was it what I was really just going through a lot and I was going through it. And I appreciate the prayers so much. I remember, hearing that people was praying for me and I was just so grateful. I don't want to cry again or talk about it because it's like I get so emotional sometimes, but I just want everybody to know, say, if you took the time out to pray for me, I appreciate it. As long as it was a genuine prayer, as long as you really genuinely cared and you loved me and you was praying and you was concerned, thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart because your prayers went from your lips to God's ears and He heard it. Your prayers was answered. I am grateful. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I am truly just honored to be chosen with this testimony from God. I am honored to be able to say that I escaped death. I am honored to be given a second chance to life. Fast forward to the picture that I posted. when I appeared to be pregnant. It still goes back to show not everything that you see with the eyes you believe on Instagram. Because, like I said, not because you see somebody happy and laughing on Instagram, that means their life is really happy. And that's what it is. So don't follow everything that you see. I never said I was pregnant. I said God has been good to me. And that picture is just, for me, celebrating my new life. It's me celebrating my journey, my walk. It's me wanting to have that picture to blow up and put in my house, to remember that there's a God, to remember that I got a second chance at life, to remember that I have a new life. So from time to time, if you hear me speak about my first life and my second life, do not think I'm crazy, because I died in my first life. And I was given a second life, a second chance at life. And I do not take that for granted. I do not take that lightly. I give God all the glory, all the honor, all the thanks, all the praise. And I want to say thank you, Jesus, that, I escaped death, that I was given a second chance to life. That was my rebirth. It's my new life.
Hey guys, what's up beautiful people? It's a girl Nadia Official. Now people, this is part 1 of what Spice have to say about what happened to her and all the things that, transpired during the time of her absence. I just wanted the time out for big up Spice. Thank you for being so open and honest with us, your fans. Thank you for sharing this with us. You understand? I want to wish you the best going forward. Big up yourself, girl. You understand? When time me hear what happened to you, me not lie, me bust a tears. Cause them did come out and them did say you never make it. You understand? And me never like what me did I hear. So me want really and truly tell you that me happy if you see say you're out there. Me happy if you see say you make it. You understand? And me happy if you see say you're preparing yourself to go back out there. So people look out for Spice because she's coming back with full force. You understand? She shared her strong testimony and I'm just so happy to know that she's back to herself. You understand? Big up everybody out there. Thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. You understand? Big up on yourself out there. Peace and love everybody. Everybody have them little something what them go through in our life. Life not perfect for everybody. And even celebrities go through their own fair share of things. Be grateful, be thankful for everything that you guys have. Now what you want to see I go on Pandagram, because all social media is fake. As what Spice say, photoshopping our pictures to make our pictures look smooth, so we never really did see the bulge them in our belly. But she did really go through it with them little bulge there in our belly. That's why it's important, guys, that when you do no surgery, you do no massage, lymphatic massage is very important, guys. So make sure say you do that after no surgery. Make sure say you follow all of the procedures them you need to follow. Surgery no want easy something out there. No grudge nobody for them, them dope body and whatever. Cause you never know what they go through if you get it. No grudge nobody when you see them on the grammar go on with themselves, because you don't really know what go on behind them photos there and them beautiful smile there. And you don't know if the photos them even real. You understand what I try to say? So no watch people, watch yourself. Look about yourself, think about yourself. And a whole heap of celebrities right now come out and speak about them plastic surgery experience. So nobody thinks it's a bed of roses out there, people. You understand what I try to say? Pick up yourself again, Mama Spice. Me respect you if you come out and share this with the public. Bless up yourself. Me wish you the best, like what I say. Well, you don't know this was on a girl Nadia Official. I always keep things real. I always keep things official. Big up on yourself. Peace. I'm out. Bye.